sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. But I bid farewell, hell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. Well, for 6 long years I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I found. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. He has no friends to help him now. Well, it's fare thee well, hail my whole true lover. I never expect to see you again. For I'm bound to hide that northern railroad. Perhaps I'll die upon this train. Perhaps you die upon this train. Well, you can bury me in some deep valley for many years where I may lay. But then you may learn to love another while I am sleeping in my grave. While he is sleeping in his grave.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Red Clay Music Foundry. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. Lord, it's good to see you. It's, you know, in this day and age, it's good to see anybody in this room. But thank you so much for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. It's been a hard couple of years for folks in our business, and we're struggling and fighting and kicking and clawing to get through it. And we're going to, by George, we're going to. And it's if you're in this business, whether you're on the stage or whether you're in my end of it or whether you're a manager or an agent, then you've been trying to figure out what the hell to do the last 2 years. And, you know, one of the things that's really sweet is when we do something, somebody shows up. So thank you for being here. If you've never been here before, special welcome to you. There's 2 restrooms in the lobby. They're unisex. There's one when you walk down by the bar just to your left, and there's one a little bit forward and to the left. And there's one toilet per room in there. So y'all can all go in together if you want. We don't care. But I'm just telling you now, there's one toilet per room, and they're unisex, so you queue up in front of the bar and wait your turn. Speaking of the bar, you're welcome to bring anything from the bar in here during the show. We don't have an intermission this evening. We're just going to start playing some songs and just bolt right on through. And it's not going to piss these boys off if y'all go outside and get yourself a drink and come back in, I promise, because we pipe the music out there. You won't miss any of the music. So be comfortable to get up and go out and get yourself one if you need one. But do remember, if you do that in these center aisles, there's some steps. And we do love songs and songwriters here. We really do not like acrobatics. So don't go tripping on them steps, please. That would be a bad thing to happen in this Happy New Year time. I also want to remind you that there is a plethora of great merchandise out there that the boys brought, and it's not going to piss them off again if y'all buy every bit of that this evening. So please plan on shopping before you leave. You know, Christmas is right around the corner, and one corner or the other for sure. And you never know when you're going to need that last-minute stocking stuffer or that last-minute gift, and you can settle that issue right here this evening by going to that merch table and taking some of these boys home with you. That would be a good thing to do. Also, this is a very appropriate time to say hello to you folks catching us on the live stream at EOP Live on YouTube. We are very grateful that you're out there. If you'll notice, there's a blue box at the top of your little chat box there that says tip jar. And again, this is the third time tonight, but it's not going to piss anybody off up here. If y'all just empty your pockets into that tip jar this evening, we'd be most gracious, and we're thanking you in advance for your generosity. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for coming. These boys are as good as they get. I'm so honored and proud that they're back here for the second time. And third time, I'm telling you right now, and I'm putting it on every one of you in this room and every one of you watching on that live stream, there is not going to be an empty seat in this house when they come back, okay? Promise me that? All right. Now keep your hands together and sound like you're about 1,000 people, and give a nice welcome to Sideline.
For the taking, her beauty cut just like a knife. He was a banker for making, swore he'd love her all his life. Bought her a mansion on the mountain with a formal garden and a lot of land. Paradise became her prison. Georgia banker was a jealous man. Every time he talked about her, you could see the fire in his eyes. He would walk through hell on Sunday and keep his rose in paradise. he was gone. Some say they ran away together. Some say that Gardner lived alone. Now the banker is an old man. That mansion's a crumbling down. Sits all day and stares at that garden. Not a trace of her was ever found. Every time he talked about her, you can see the fire in his eyes. He would walk through hell on Sunday just to keep his rose in paradise. There's a rose out in the garden. Its beauty cuts just like a knife. Some say it even grows in the wintertime. It blooms in the dead of night. Every time he talked about her, you can see the fire in his eyes. He will walk through hell on Sunday. Keep his rose in paradise. He will walk through hell on Sunday. Keep his rose in paradise.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Good to see y'all here tonight at the Red Clay Foundry. Only my second time here, but one of my favorite places to come and play. It's a great setting and great sound and good pizza across the street. So, hey, we found that out tonight. appreciate you guys being out here with us on a kind of a dreary, cold, rainy Sunday night. We're all inside here. It's good and warm, and I don't know if you got somebody next to you want to cuddle up to. Look to your right, look to your left, and figure it out. Anyway, enough of that. We'll keep going along here. We are Sideline from Raleigh, North Carolina, and passing back up through Georgia. We were down next to Savannah last night for a show, and we want to thank Eddie for allowing us to come back and be here at the Red Clay with you folks. Here to have a good time tonight. We'll do you a gospel tune. Features a quartet up here. This is off of, it's on one of those CDs out there. Which one?
Front and center.
Front and center, all right. It's on the front and center recording. It's called I Long to See His Face.
1, 2, 3.
Winding pathway, time after time, trouble seemed to block the way. And when I need a helping hand to guide me, I call on Him in my silent prayer. Oh, bless the day my Savior calls me, right by His side. I'll take my place. I'll praise His name and shout His glory. Oh, how I long to see His face. And in the hour of my deepest darkness, the Lord shines down His light so I can see. When the days are long and the nights are lonely, I know that He will be there to comfort me. Oh, bless the day my Savior calls me, right by His side. I'll take my place. I'll praise His name and shout His glory. Oh, how I long to see His face. I'm glad to know that He walks beside me, and He will stay right there till the very end. My heart is filled with His love inside me. I know that I'll always have a friend in Him. Oh, bless the day my Savior calls me, right by His side. I'll take my place. I'll praise His name and shout His glory. Oh, how I long to see His face. Oh, how I long to see His face.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate that. We actually have 3 new faces in the band since we were here last time. 4?
No, 3. I shaved.
You shaved, okay. Well, I thought Nick was here, but he told me he wasn't here when we were here last time. But this fella standing right next to me, playing the guitar, doing a lot of the lead singing. He's the newest member of the band. This is his 3rd show with the band, and I think he's doing a great job. He hasn't shaved. Actually, you have compared to some of the pictures I've seen of you. Yeah.
Shaved just a little bit, got me a haircut.
Yeah, looking sharp, son. I like the way you got that hair slicked back. Look like you're in the mafia or something like that.
Hey, man, I work for the Godfather.
Yeah. He's a great guy, and I'm so glad he found me. We recorded one of his songs. He and Ronnie Bowman wrote, and I just thought he was a songwriter. I didn't know he played and sang, and he hit me up and about the job, and I'm so glad he did. He's a very talented guy, and he's a great songwriter. He's had a lot of country music artists record his stuff. He said he was playing with us to get him in the lower tax bracket, so it's working out for both of us, you know. But he makes his home up in the mountains of North Carolina, around Marshall, North Carolina. He's going to do you a tune that he did not write, but he said he wished he did, because it's a great song written by Brink Brinkman, a great friend of ours. But playing guitar, doing lead and tenor vocals. How about a hand for Andy Buckner out here, if you would?
I wanna walk across green pastures, taste and smell my country roots, put on a pair of overalls and my favorite worn-out boots, feel the Carolina wind blowing hard against my face. These are timeless memories and no one can erase. Well, I couldn't reach the pedal of our rusty old John Deere, so I stood in front of Daddy, and he would let me steer. As we plowed, he told me stories of what country people do. I've got hard-working family, we're always seen through. And it's yes, sir, and thank you, ma'am. Biscuits in a frying pan, a heart of gold and an iron hand, they made me who I am. But now I barely recognize the place where we held hands and Dad said grace. They're tearing down the old home place. It's so. Today the southern wind is blowing cold. Well, I stood in total silence as the last stone hit the ground. A slow motion replay of my childhood passing down. Summer moons and music, good friends and old time hymns. But those days are numbered and gone with the southern wind. And it's yes, sir, and thank you, ma'am. Biscuits in a frying pan, a heart of gold and an iron hand, they made me who I am. And now I barely recognize the place where we held hands and Dad said grace. They're tearing down the old home place. It's so. Today the southern wind is blowing cold. Now I barely recognize the place where we held hands and Dad said grace. They're tearing down the old home place. It's so. Today the southern wind is blowing cold.
That's Andy Buckner for you. Southern Wind. Like we said, that's on our Breaks to the Edge recording, which Eddie mentioned. We have our merch table set up out in the lobby, and going to do you one set here tonight, and we'll be out there after the show. We'll get these instruments put down. We'd love to come out and visit, shake. Howdy, we're going to follow all COVID protocol. We can fist bump. Listen to Shalom up there. We can fist bump, elbow bump. You kiss the fiddler if you want. I mean, we're not holding back. He's trying to come back around because he had a bad experience there back before the end of the year. I mentioned something about kissing the fiddler, and this old gal come up. We were at the table, and I seen her coming. She looked just like this. I said, look at there, fiddler, puckered and 20 yards out, headed right here towards you, son. He kind of looked, and he said, big man, he said, what in the world is that coming out of the side of her mouth? I looked real good, and I said, I don't know, but she's pretty level-headed, old gal, because it's coming out of the other side, too. But he lucked up. It was your brand,
It
wasn't
was.
it?
Yep, she dipped the same brand of snuff I do, so. True love, can't hide it, folks.
Hey, you can't beat good sponsorship, can you? He's a heck of a fiddle player down here. He plays a lot of instruments. I even heard him plucking around on the banjo here a while back. I took that thing out of his hands quick, you know. So. Of course, you know what? Ralph Stanley didn't get rich till he put the banjo down and just stood up there and talked and sang. I'm kind of thinking about that. That's not a bad idea, but anyway, he makes his home over in Mocksville, North Carolina. Well, thank you, both of you. Appreciate that.
Y'all must be from Mocksville, because that's the only people would clap.
Well, he's the Davie County Flash.
This
we
thing
call
on?
him.
This thing, I don't know. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Keep trying. It'll come around sooner or later. He's going to fiddle you one down here. How about a little hand for Jamie Harper on the fiddle?
this prison with no one but misery. The shackles now that bind me won't let my poor heart beat. This mystery has unraveled now, the truth is plain to see. Your love for him is stronger than the love you had for me. Now when the evening comes, just as the sun goes down, I think about the one who turned me down. You always said you loved me, in my life you'd ever be. Now you lie beneath the cold hard ground, all because of me. Change your mind, but now your life I've taken in this cell, now I'm doing time. A friend I killed in anger for a love I thought was mine. Now when the evening comes, just as the sun goes down, I think about the one who turned me down. You always said you loved me, in my life you'd ever be. Now you lie beneath the cold hard ground, all because of me. Now when the evening comes, just as the sun goes down, I think about the one who turned me down. You'd always said you loved me, in my life you'd ever be. Now you lie beneath the cold hard ground, all because of me. Now you lie beneath the cold hard ground, all because of me.
Thank you, folks. That's one called All Because of Me. It's off of our Front and Center project out a couple years ago. We'll change around and do your gospel song right now. And I want to do this. First, I want to say hello to the folks out watching on the live stream tonight. Wish you could be here with us. But I appreciate you tuning in and hope everybody's doing well and had a good weekend.
There's 105 of them right now.
105 people watching right now. All right. We appreciate that. Hopefully that'll continue to go up. And I've said it many times. We got some of the best fans in the world. And it's cool the way all this technology, you can just follow whoever you want around and catch them. And it's really neat that they're able to do that. Of course, up there where I'm at, we just got something new up there called a cassette. It's amazing, man. It's all on a little old tape there, you know. Just enough of that. Here's a song. I think my mother is watching, and I want to do this for her. My brother is here traveling with me this weekend. We lost our dad 1 week ago tonight, and sure miss him. My dad was the greatest man I ever knew. I promised I wasn't going to do that tonight. I did last night. And we had his service Thursday, and Andy sang this song at the service. And I want to do this for my brother. I heard him. I know he's in here tonight. So, yeah, I love my brother, and I'm going to sing this out to him. This one called I Believe.
When I see the sunrise in the morning, when I feel I was there the day my mama went to heaven. I held her hand as she closed her eyes to sleep. Well, I felt the power of 10,000 angels take her soul away to be crowned at Jesus' feet. And I believe there's a place called heaven. And I believe in a place called Calvary. And I believe in a man, his name is Jesus. And I believe that he gave his life for me. And I believe that he gave his life for me.
Thank you, folks. That's one off of our Colors and Crossroads project, released a couple years back here. Introduce you to this good-looking mandolin player right here. Got his brand new boots on. He's proud of them things, folks. Now, we call him Stride because he's got the longest stride. He can walk from here to the back there. Let's see. About 3 steps. He can get back there to the exit sign. And he's wearing his new boots. It was a funny story. I'll tell you real quick. We were up in Nashville back, I guess it was Halloween weekend, and we were in town having a few things done to the bus, and we worked the station in while we were in town. And we had eased over to the Opry Mills Mall, and old Stride saw a big sale in the boot store, and they're buy one pair, get 2 free. So he decided he was going to look at some boots, and that little old gal, she stuck with him about 2 hours. He tried on, he wasn't sure if he wore a 10 or 15. He tried on all kinds of sizes. And I think he settled on a 10.5, didn't you, Stride?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, they looked good on him. And so Harper down here, Jamie and Jacob, who was in the band at the time, they decided they was going to chip in and get the 2 free pair. Yeah, so that was going to work out pretty good there, wasn't it, Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they looked around, and so they wound up and got $1,800 worth of boots. They was going to pay $600 for it. So me and Jason were standing there watching, and we said, this ought to be good right now. So as they went up to the counter, all of a sudden, just miraculously, he got a phone call. And he's standing over there, and he's on the phone, and he's got a cell phone like I've never seen. It's amazing how you can be talking on it, and then it rings all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened, but and then Jacob's up there, and next thing you know, he had to go to the bathroom. There's poor old Stride to pay for all 3 pair of boots. So he pulled his cart. Now Stride, here's where I'm leading up. Stride is tight. I mean, he can do just like this. He can feel a nickel in his pocket. He can tell you the date on it. It's been there so long, you know. But you paid for it. Did you ever get what we all want to know, did you get your other $400 back?
I did, yeah.
You did? All right. Well, Harper, didn't work out as good as you hoped it would, did it?
Yeah. Didn't have all the details worked out that when we.
Is that yours there?
No, I left mine at the house.
Yeah, those look pretty bad.
I went with comfort this evening, big man.
Well, so did I. Everybody remembers the legendary Osborne brothers, and I remember was up here at Dahlonega, Georgia, at a festival one time, and Sonny Osborne, the banjo player, he came off stage and they had this nice suit on, and he had tennis shoes on. And I said, Sonny, what's up, man? You look so good, and you got those tennis shoes on. He looked at me dead in the eye, and he said, son, you'll wear tennis shoes on stage one day. Sorry, that's high as I could get my leg up right there, man. So I can't afford them fancy boots like on Stride over here. But anyway, he's a great guy. I didn't mean to get long-winded there. He's going to sing you one. Makes his home in Stewart, Virginia. Little hand for Nick Goad right here on the mandolin. Yeah.
I was born on Windy Mountain. Brandwell, West Virginia is my home. A little mining town in Mercer County. As a boy I swore I'd never dig that coal. As a boy I swore I'd never dig that coal. 16 years I hopped a freight train. Set out to seek my fortune with this song. This old guitar, my one companion. Lord, I was born to be a rolling stone. I roam this world around from Maine to California, but I'm missing where the treetops drink the sky. So troubadour is longing for the hills of West Virginia. So I'll return to Windy Mountain before I die. I'll return to Windy Mountain before I die. Had a girl on Windy Mountain, hair of gold and eyes of crystal blue. On the family she was counting when I hopped the train and broke her heart in two. I roam this world around from Maine to California. There's some pretty girls with teardrops in their eyes, but one I truly love is back in West Virginia. So I'll return to Windy Mountain before I die. I'll return to Windy Mountain before I die. I return to Windy Mountain, and the good Lord takes me to my final home. Bury me where the howling winds blow, and lay these lonesome words upon my soul. He roamed this road around from Maine to California. Now he's resting where the treetops drink the sky. His old troubadour in peace in the hills of West Virginia. He returned to Windy Mountain before he died. Now he lives on Windy Mountain up on high.
Nick Goode right there on the mandolin. Well, I'd introduce you to this fella down on the end of the stage. We'll get him come around and tell you about a song he's going to sing for you. I'm mighty proud of him. I first met him in 2001 at a Bluegrass Festival out in Victorville, California. Great festival out there, and I was playing with Third Time Out then, and we had finished our show. I was over at the merch table, and up stepped this family by the name of the Cherry Holmes family. Yeah. They walked up. They had kids lined up from here to that wall over there, you know. And I got to talking to him, and he was 11 years old then, and he was telling me how he was learning to play the banjo. And we talked back and forth for a little bit, and you know, I was asking, I said, how long have you been playing that banjo? He said, oh, about 6 or 8 months. I said, well, do you play like I do? And he said, I used to. Well, I kind of got rid of that little brat and started talking to the rest of them, you know. Well, years went by, and Cherry Holmes' family moved to Nashville. They took the bluegrass world by storm, and he fell in love with a beautiful young girl from North Carolina who just happened to be my daughter. And I'm going to tell y'all what, I remind him every time I hand him the keys to my mower to mow my grass, I remind him about that I used to comment. If I hand him a rag to wash my truck, I remind him about that. Now I hand him the brush to wash that bus out there. It's going to be mighty dirty when we get home tomorrow, this rain and stuff, so I used to wash it. He's not laughing at me down there. No, I'm mighty proud of him. He's my son-in-law, has been for going on 11 years now, is that right? Yeah. And he's a great husband to my daughter, great dad to my grandchildren, and I'm certainly proud of him. He'll come around here. Let him tell you, he's got a great introduction, talks about this song. Nice hand for Skip Cherry Holmes down here on the guitar.
Thank you so much. This song actually has been speaking to me a lot here lately. As Steve said earlier, his and Scotty's father passed last Sunday, and Granddaddy was a granddaddy to me. And shoot, it's been 15, 17 years of relationship there. And even though by blood I wasn't necessarily his grandson, he treated me like a grandson, and he taught me a lot. And this song kind of speaks from that perspective and really hits home about a lot of things, especially here lately, about how maybe it might be okay to slow down just a little bit. Maybe it's not always the best to try to find the fastest and most efficient way to do things, and just because it is more high-tech or whatever you might want to call it doesn't necessarily make it better. It's a Long Way from the Wildwood Flower. 1, 2, 3. He wore overalls, boot heel topsoil on his collar, so I never took my grandpa for a poet or a scholar. But he planted seeds of wisdom in every row that he walked through. Boy, I can't believe what this world's coming to. The world turns slower then, but the one we're living in is a long way from wildwood flower. Simple country life, he raised me from a baby. He always spoke in black and white, not much room for maybe. His handshake was a promise that he never failed to keep, and I guarantee my grandpa never lost a minute's sleep. The old ways show you how, but the way we're living now is a long way from wildwood flower.
somewhere in my mind I've always been. But it's not that far. I take his old guitar and play the melody once again. Now that old cotton road is a mighty 4-lane highway. There wouldn't be much progress if I had it my way. This old world keeps moving like a reckless midnight train, and underneath the rumble I still hear him say, just because it's moving fast doesn't mean it's gonna last. It's a long way from wildwood flowers.
Skip Cherry Holmes. I'll tell you what, it's, I was thinking earlier, it's always great to come back down toward the Atlanta area. Man, I could drive down here, down I-85 from North Carolina blindfolded. I did it for about 20 years, working with the great band Third Time Out. And Jimmy Hicks is here. He was a president of our fan club for so many years, started that, and worked so hard for the whole band. He and his wife Ella for so many years. And Jimmy's here, and also my buddy Dax Martin's here. Where y'all at, Jimmy? We're right here. Okay, front and center. Good friends. I'm so glad they came out tonight. Or as Ray Deaton used to say, old Dex right there. But certainly it was good to see y'all. Glad we got to have a good visit before the show out there tonight. And like I said, it's fun to come down here. And we were coming up from, we came across I-16 to Macon and up. And we tried our best to get the bus into the varsity, but it just didn't work out for us. Does DoorDash go to the varsity, you think? I didn't think about that, man. I was telling these guys about the hot dogs there at the varsity, or Skip, and of course I've been going there I remember my dad bringing me down to the Braves game back in the 70s. Saw Dale Murphy and all them playing, and we went to the varsity and ate large. I'm telling you, and I've continued to eat large since then, but love coming down here, and but it's good to see you guys for sure out there. We'll do this next song for you. This is a tune that's been very good to us. Back in 2019, we won Song of the Year at the International Bluegrass Music Awards with this tune here. We'll get the old stride to kick it off. This was called Thunder Dan.
Above the town, cause they know of the mountain man, Thunder Dan. One day came a man with a Bible in his hand, said, Dan, here's what you gonna do. Old Dan shot him down, took his body into town, he was back by the morning dew. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider, if you cross him he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 logs, and a house made of logs, he lives 30 miles out of town. Thunder Dan. Scream, what an awful crime to murder such a righteous man. He said, I know it'll go to the fishing hook on the sea old Thunder Dan. Thunder Dan. Hey, Dan, said the sheriff, tell me what do you know about the murder of Preacher Brown? He came a preaching to me, told me what I ought to be, so I laid him down on that ground. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town. Thunder Dan. 40 years sitting a man with a gavel in his hand. I'll take his wicked man away. Old Dan spun around, shot the deputy down, said it ain't gonna happen today. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town. Thunder Dan. Well, Thunder Dan.
Well, stomp your feet, play that fiddle, spin the beat right down the middle. Banjo and a fiddle play, 'cause there ain't nothing like the old time way. Them pretty girls come out tonight, so the boys are feeling right. We're gonna dance all night and day, 'cause there ain't nothing like the old time way. Locked up dinner on the ground, better time just can't be found. All night long just plan to stay, 'cause there ain't nothing like the old time way. Well, stomp your feet, play that fiddle, spin the beat right down the middle. Banjo and a fiddle play, 'cause there ain't nothing like the old time way. I need a cup of coffee, no cigarettes to smoke. Dirty two-room walk, that's a long way from my home. It's not New York City, just saying what thought me. Loneliness and desperation are closing in on me. Loneliness and desperation are closing in on me. sunshine and a woman singing a song. Well, I turn back to the bottom, turn back to the pain. Every night I kneel and pray I see your face again. Every night I kneel and pray I see your face again. In this freezing rain and snow. Well, that ain't gonna stop me, no, just where I'm bound. If you ever look for me, you'll know where I'll be found. If you ever look for me, you'll know where I'll be found.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We want to remind you folks too, we are sponsored by Swaggerty's Farm Premium Sausage, who we've been on board with them. We're in our 5th year being partnered up with Swaggerty's, and what a wonderful company they are. It was I remember the first time we ever walked in up there, we went in and had our initial meeting with the CEO of the company, John Amity. What a wonderful guy he is, and we were scared to death. We hadn't ever been in any kind of meetings or negotiations like that or whatnot. And we walked in and, said hello and shook hands. And he just kind of sat back behind that desk and looked at us real close. And he said, "Yeah, you boys know something about eating sausage." And we knew we were in right then with them, and what a great company they are. They're located up in East Tennessee, Kodak, Tennessee. And Skip, usually we have some coupons that we give out at all our shows, and things have been a little bit different with the COVID thing, and of course, the ones we got out, they expired December 31st, and they have a new loyalty rewards program. And Skip knows way more about that than I do. So if you want to tell them about that real quick, where they can sign up for that and whatnot.
I'll teach you.
But I never listened to you, though.
I know. Going on 11 years, right? Yeah. No, you can go to... I hear you up there. You can go to swaggertysfarm.com. They have a new loyalty program called My Swaggertys, and you can sign up for that. I signed up for it the first week they had it, kind of as a trial run, and they immediately started sending me a bunch of coupons and deals for stores around my area and all kinds of good stuff. And you can print it off and take it to your local grocery store, your Walmart, and save on Swaggerty's Farm products. They have fantastic sausage, and they'll send you deals on it, I think, on either a monthly or a bi-monthly basis, a semi-monthly basis. And you will not regret it. So go on to swaggertysfarm.com and sign up for My Swaggertys, the loyalty program on there.
My Swaggertys, that's right. That's what it is. I was listening, see? Y'all caught that, didn't you? Great company, though. We would encourage you to check Swaggerty's Farm out. They're a huge company. They're all over the world. They can sponsor anybody they want, but we encourage you to check them out for any other reason, for sponsoring a bluegrass band and sponsoring bluegrass music in general. So please remember Swaggerty's Farm Premium Sausage. And I see Skip's picked up the banjo, so we'll do you another tune. We have a new recording. It's been out a few months. It's called Ups, Downs, and No Name Towns. And we got a whole truckload of them out there, so if anybody wants to take one home. Do you still play CDs out there, any of you? Well, I'm telling you now, they got this new thing out called a cassette. And 8-track, yeah. You know what, I was going, my brother and I were going through some of my dad's stuff on Thursday, and we found a Jimmy Martin 8-track in there and all of his stuff. So I'm gonna locate an 8-track player and see if that thing still plays. I remember we used to listen to that in the car, boy. That was big doings back then. But, anyway, that new recording features this tune here with Skip on the banjo, This was called Miss Charlotte's Game.
Charlotte Taylor was my wife. I found love her all my life. My loving heart adored her so, but my jealous mind just had to know. She was the prettiest girl around, with hair of gold and eyes brown. I swear I'd marry her someday, no matter how I'd find a way. I'd soon be buried on a mountainside if I can't have Miss Charlotte for my bride. I want her heart one summer night. We ran away in the pale moonlight. In Birmingham, she took my name, and so began her little game. I built a home on fertile land. I plowed these roads with my bare hands. And though I labored night and day, Miss Charlotte threw our love away. I rode to town one August day, and what I saw was hard to see. There stood Sheriff Sam McBride, and I saw Miss Charlotte by his side. I drew my gun in a jealous rage. I buried them in a shallow grave. Now when a sail fall down our way, on the gallows high, I'll meet my fate. I'll soon be buried on a mountainside if I can't have Miss Charlotte for my bride. I'll soon be buried on a mountainside if I can't have Miss Charlotte for my bride.
Thank you, folks. Miss Charlotte's Game right there. I want to remind you while Skip's getting changed back, we host our own Bluegrass Festival each year in North Carolina on the beautiful Outer Banks down on the coast. Coming up October 20th through the 22nd, I believe, is the dates for this year. We don't have any flyers on that, but if you want to go to bluegrassisland.com, and a lot of times you folks jerk your phones up right away and do that. If you want to do that now and check it out. It's a great lineup coming up this year, and I can't remember that right offhand, but we'll, as soon as we get some flyers, we'll have that. But if you go to bluegrassisland.com, we'd love for you to come down, spend the weekend. We take our job serious as a host down there. We are around all weekend. Besides playing a show, Skip hosts a cornhole tournament up there. Anytime you pitch cornhole, it's as we used to say, big doings and goings on up there with that, you know. So we also have, there's a cruise that goes out one day around, I think it's about a 2-hour deal, something like that, and we're involved in that. All kinds of goodies. So if you'll please check out bluegrassisland.com. come make plans, be with us up there. It's at the Roanoke Island Festival Park there, right on the water. It's a gorgeous place, and I'm sure there's some pictures on the website you can check out. It's about as beautiful area, a concert area as you can have. So keep that in mind, October 20th through the 22nd, bluegrassisland.com. We'll come around here and do you a song. This is one that it was really funny. I talked about it last night. We were down there at Randy Wood's place, and we were there a couple years ago, and I was talking about this tune, and I said, you know, here's one we've never recorded, probably never will. Matter of fact, we never even made a penny off the song. Well, we did it, and soon as it was over, this guy jumped up, and he came right down to the stage, and he stuck a penny in my hand. He said, now you have. So that was kind of clever. So, but anyway, we'll do this one tune. We'll do this one for you here. It's one we've never made $1,000 on. It's called the Pipeliner Blues.
1, 2, 3. Well, I'm an old pipeliner, lay my blind all day. Said I'm an old pipeliner, lay my blind all day. I've got 24 kids and they're just waiting to draw my pay. See me coming, she gonna raise that window high. Said now when she see me coming, she gonna raise that window high. Well now when she see me leaving, she gonna hang her head and cry. Well, I'm an old pipeliner, lay my line all day. Said now I'm an old pipeliner, lay my line all day. I got 24 kids and they all trying to draw my pay.
Oh, we thank you, folks. You still hanging in there with us? You're going to have to be a lot louder than that because we can't hear them that are watching us online. So you're going to be loud for them too now. Especially while we get back here and talk about this bass player. Some of you may know that a few months, I've lost track of time really. It's been a whirlwind of time here for the band recently, but a founding member and one of our best friends in the entire world, Mr. Giessen Moore, left us pretty quickly, and we dearly miss him. And he will always be a part of Sideline. No matter where we play, he will be on stage with us at all times in our hearts. This young man right here had very, very big shoes to fill when we decided that we were going to carry on and keep on picking. But this guy right here, man, he plays everything. We don't let him. Because right. He picked up my fiddle, and I told him put it down. But he's one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. He'll talk your head off. Not really at all.
Say it on 3 words.
I'm still waiting for him to speak. Matter of fact, Kyle, you got anything to say, buddy? Well, that's why we don't give him a microphone anyway. But he is. Folks, would you please make welcome on the bass for you? That's Mr. Kyle Wimbeck. How about it now? Oh, and holding down the fort, as always. He's one of my favorites. He has been for a long time. I met this fella right here when I was a little fiddler. And he was working the record table, I believe, for third time out back then. Happy Holiday Campground, Cherokee, North Carolina. And I went up there and laid my money down, and he gave me the record there. And I had to take it back home to my grandma's house and find her Victrola to put it on.
It was a long time.
That was,
Gee, thanks.
yeah, I was working on that in my head. I thought it'd get a big round of applause and laughter, but oh, no, don't pity. No, it's fine. This fella right here, if he never played another note, he'd still be one of my best friends in the entire world. And if you give him 2 or 3 minutes of your time, he'd be one of yours too. Would you please make welcome? That's the one, the only, from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's Steve Big Man Dillon for you. How about it now?
Thank you, folks. That was a long time ago, and sure. We got time to do you one more song, and we'll call it a night here at the Red Clay. I want to also send out a shout out to a friend of ours all the way from Wisconsin that's here tonight. We've worked her festival up there for many years in Lafarge, Wisconsin. Renee Kendall, you're out there somewhere, I hope. Yeah, oh, she's here, okay. Are you on the front? Where are you? Way in the back. Oh, I got you. Are you dancing back there? Are you barefooted? You usually dance barefooted. I've seen you right there on Larry Fest. But a great lady and good friend, and she comes south for the winter, which I don't blame you. I've been up there in Wisconsin in July, and it's been cold. So, but she comes south for the winter, and she surprised us and showed up here tonight. And it's always good to see you, Renee. Thanks for coming. So, thank all of y'all for coming. Thank y'all for tuning in wherever the camera is for the live stream. Skip, real quick. If folks want to catch us somewhere, you got it all. You can tell them where they can keep up with us, all that good stuff.
Online? I mean, right now they can catch us on the live stream on YouTube.
I'm going to sit back here with Kyle.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. No, you can find us at sidelinebg.com. That's our website. And we keep it updated with all the upcoming tour dates and changes and fun stuff with the band. But the real fun stuff happens on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at Sideline Bluegrass, and you can follow us on there and keep up with all of our shenanigans that we get into when we travel. And if you stream and download music, you can find us at Sideline Bluegrass as well on your favorite streaming platform. Just search Sideline Bluegrass, and make sure you subscribe so that you can keep up with new music as it comes out. But go back to our website and keep up with our tour dates at sidelinebg.com.
Is he in here?
Is he awake? He's hanging on.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's back in there.
Right behind me. Well, my brother needs to go to sleep. There ain't nobody behind me but Kyle. Tony Hensley, driving the bus for us, has for many years. He's been to Larry Fest. He always puts that down on his calendar to do that. But Tony's a great guy. He's been helping us out for years, and we could try to talk him into paying off his house where he can retire and just work for us. I mean, we pay weekly. Very weekly, you know, so, but what a wonderful guy, and carried us around doing all the hard work, and I guess he's over here somewhere, but I want to recognize him, Tony Hensley. If y'all give Tony a hand, we appreciate that. We're going to do you one more song. We'll get on out of here, and this is one that these two guys are going to battle back and forth on the guitar, and we'll see who wins. Thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. We love playing here at the Red Clay. I would love to come back here and see like Eddie said, not an empty seat in the house. That would be cool. Y'all are a great audience. It doesn't get much better than this. We've had a good time with you folks tonight. Want to give Shalom a hand up on the sound upstairs. Doing a great job. Shalom, don't forget we pay weekly too. I hear you. We want to thank him. Also want to thank Eddie Owen, Corey up there doing the live stream, Will Kaiser, all the folks involved here for having great music. What a wonderful place this is. So we appreciate them so much. Y'all be safe going home, and we hope to see you again real soon. Here's Skip with Crash Course in the Blues.
1, 2, 3, 4. To a boy from Indiana, fresh off of the farm. LA looks like heaven with its ever open arms. My mama said, watch yourself like mamas always do. Daddy said, those city girls will walk all over you. So I hit the pavement running out on Hollywood and Vine. I got to town by 7, and I fell in love by 9. She was a California angel wearing alligator shoes. She had that kind of something that a poor boy can't refuse. She was incredible. She was a crash course in the blues. Oh, get it, Big Bird. Now we're screaming down the freeway in this fancy foreign car, headed to another party. I've never seen so many stars. Just when I thought I'd make a move and ask her to be mine, she runs off with somebody new and kisses me goodbye. She was incredible. She was a crash course in the blues. Come on. was incredible. She was a crash course in the blues.
Thank y'all so much. Take care. God bless you. Thank you so much. Y'all great.